Hello, everyone, and welcome. And now I'm going to review Stranger Things 2. So, season came out Friday? Yeah, October 27th. As soon as I finished work, I immediately got home and watched it from start to finish. 9 episodes, roughly an hour, 45 minutes to an hour per episode, depending. Not all of them were an hour long. Anyway, here are my thoughts. Okay, off the bat, I'm just gonna, what's better, season 1 or season 2? In my opinion, season 1 is better. Most people will agree with me. A lot of people that I've talked to so far, even though they're not done the season, or even if they finished it or not, they're like, they didn't like this season as much. Some people just didn't like the season at all. Some people are saying it's slower. I personally liked the season. I liked season 2. Not as much as season 1. And here's why. Season 1 starts off right away with an issue. Will disappears and blah, blah, blah. By the way, there's no spoilers from season 2 in this review. I hope not. Anyway, I'm trying. So, Will Byers disappears in the first episode of season 1. You get a glimpse of, what you assume is a monster in the first opening scene of season 1, so you know what's going on, and the characters are established pretty early. And then season 1 drips out the mystery of this upside down dimension and the monster, and starts off as more of a horror and transitions into this sci-fi thriller more. But it does such a good job of it. And you're constantly, each episode's like, where's this thing from? What's going on? What's gonna happen? The episode ends, and you're like, oh wow, you want to watch the next episode. Season 2 is a bit different now. Why? There is no mystery in the sense of, we all know, if you've watched season 1, we know that there's an upside down. So that element is already gone. The suspense from there is gone. You know that there's a monster, or was a monster. You know characters like 11 have telekinesis, things like that. So it starts off with all this, covering up. It's a year later. I'm not going to get into all of it, but it's a year later, and they're still trying to live on as if nothing happened, and they're worried that they're going to be seen by the CIA or whatever. And then now new things are starting to happen. Will is having weird episodes that anyway. I'm already almost spoiled it. Weird episodes at the end of season 1 where he kind of flashed into the upside down. That keeps happening. And this is the other thing that's happening. The crops in the outskirts of the town of Hawkins are starting to, it looks like a pestilence is happening. They're all rotting at the same time, and all the farmers are the comedy part of it is the farmers are blaming each other, saying that they're doing this to each other at pumpkin picking season. So it starts on Halloween, almost a year after, because season 1 ended because a few months passed and they showed Christmas. So I don't know how you want to work it out, but anyways, it's been almost a year. They say it multiple times. Why is it not as good? It's just like that. It's hard to explain, but it's the fact that the mystery, there's not as much of a mystery there, because you know. What kept me going and what I did like is that now it's there's a new monster, which is shown in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, and they call it the Shadow Man. They're referring to it as the Shadow Monster. My thing was, what is it? Is it related to the previous monster? What is it? How is it different? It's so big, so how are they going to deal with it? Etc. So that's why I kept watching it. That's what I liked about it. What I really liked, and what I hope most people don't overlook, is the dynamics of the characters changed a little bit. They added some new ones, and some of the pairings, they paired up characters differently this time. Not all of them. Some of them are the same. And they added new characters into it too. So you have the characters who are developed from the previous season, continuing to be developed, and you have new characters that have to develop at the same time. And obviously, some of the new characters are going to get immersed into this whole upside down thing and like what nobody else knows about. So I like the music. They did like Ghostbusters. They did a lot of 80s songs, like when they did like classic 80s songs. I don't want to spoil why or when. And yeah, that Ghostbusters episode was hilarious when they dressed as Ghostbusters for Halloween. Comedically, it was good. Suspense-wise, it was like I didn't have to watch it continuously. I wanted to, but it was more like I could stop now if I want to. But I really liked, actually, if I'm gonna do one highlight, the character of Steve, who starts in season 1 as a complete douchebag, and over the season, still a douchebag until a certain point, and then he kind of redeems himself. But this season now, he's like in this kind of almost his own internal struggle, his own identity crisis, and he still acts selflessly, and like he acts as a big brother to some of these kids now, without spoiling anything. So, shout outs to Steve. I'm not gonna say anything else on his character or anything to spoil it. Overall, season 2 was good, just not as good as season 1. I still recommend watching it because I feel that season 2, if there will be a season 3, which I hope there will be, if there is, this will be a great bridge to whatever is to come in Stranger Things. So, that's all I have to say about Stranger Things season 2. Check it out, enjoy, and if you haven't seen season 1, definitely watch that first, or else you'll be totally lost. If you haven't watched it yet, what are you doing even? But yeah, season 2, Stranger Things on Netflix. Enjoy. Take care, guys.